What once seemed as the genre that was receiving the most attention is now getting a little bit of backlash, but it's being aimed towards the developers from what it seems as they're kind of not really delivering on their final products and rather creating more of a cash grab than an enjoyable game. MMORPGs are missing the most integral aspect that forms the basis of the games, which is the community. We are rarely seeing extremely ambitious game developers anymore because they are too afraid to create content that won't appeal to a large population. I mean, can you blame them? Money doesn't grow on trees, yet making a pay-to-win game won't do you good either. Maybe it's just the genre coming to its peak, with us running out of ambitious studios that are looking to create something new and something influential. Is this the beginning of a steady decline on the MMORPG genre, or could we see us going into a phase, searching to find a cycle to repeat itself every maybe, 10 to 15 years or so? The initial and monumental steps have been taken to establish a genre, but there haven't been many leaps towards evolving this genre, with a general lack of quality with the MMORPGs that have been releasing. Many of us within the community are more than aware of it. Avid MMOers seem frustrated with the releases in the past few years because it seems that they're driving many fans away from the genre as a whole, or simply just continuously on the lookout for a new one to play that'll hopefully give us some fresh gameplay. Although we are always excited for new and upcoming games to release, from what I've been seeing through my comments on a few of the past videos and searching through a couple of forums on games that I play, I think we as a community are more disappointed for future releases than ever. Of course, there are some MMORPGs that are releasing that look pretty intriguing, but most of them offer not much more than the standard day MMORPG. That is why I believe we will work ourselves into a cycle or phase, if you will. So, is the genre dying? Well, no, obviously it's not dying, because there will always be a small niche or a community for these types of games, and I'll proudly be a part of it for as long as I game, but it's simply just a decline of the interest on MMORPGs. When a genre or a game starts to boom, there's always people coming in and out, trying different games and stuff like that, and sometimes it's just not their cup of tea. There also seems to be a large problem with how companies choose their payment models. Usually they try to suck as much money as they possibly can through several different type of methods, such as being a free-to-play game that you're able to buy the game or the box for extra benefits, along with the option to subscribe for even more benefits, pretty much disguising the original plan for their payment model. And the same goes for a buy-to-play title who may implement way too many microtransactions and get carried away with it, and then again offer you the option to subscribe for even more benefits. A good example is Black Desert, who severely watered down their community with their recent decisions to implement a couple of new items in their cash shop. A pay-to-play subscription is simply the best way to fund a game. It's simple. It provides content for a monthly payment, but then again, it's hard for these companies to only ask for just a monthly payment when they know that they're able to provide other items for purchasing that people will buy. That's kind of where usually these companies tend to get a little bit carried away with the items that they present for purchasing. While the free-to-play titles are nice and all, because it's kind of free access, it's open access, it gives you the ability to play these games absolutely free, the only problem that they face is how fair that these items are for purchase. Sometimes you implement one item, they get a little carried away, implement another one, and then soon it's a pay-to-win game. That is the problem that we face with a lot of these games that come out, and ultimately we keep seeing over and over again, and that's why you think, all right, well, pay to win games, they're going to keep coming, they're going to keep delivering them, and they're going to keep asking for more money. I think it is worth noting that Kickstarters could potentially provide wonderful opportunities for game companies, yet at the same time, they could be an absolute curse to a community. Appearing transparent is what a lot of fans would like to see throughout all forms and mediums of entertainment, but I think that developers who allow their fans to see every inch and every step of a game development could actually work against a company, especially if the final product of the game does not live up to the expectations to those who have backed the game. Kickstarters are great for passionate game companies that can deliver a great game for the community, but if they don't, the backlash is unreal, and it could really affect the outcome of their game. It's also hard to get people to invest in their product without showing or revealing a finished product or version, so that is why funding campaigns in the form of Kickstarters is very, very hard for people to see them and not really wonder or worry where the money will go, or if they feel that the money that they donated already is a worthy investment. I think Kickstarters are good because we can see that it's very hard for a studio to put together a very strong MMORPG nowadays that's not a AAA title without $40 or $50 million behind it. Without having a large amount of funding, companies choose the most important features that could appeal to a larger audience, and then ultimately they don't have a whole lot of money left over for other aspiring features that could potentially create something that's innovative or something that will evolve the genre. Without a large amount of funding, studios will not have the opportunities to create something unique. Kickstarters could be the blessing that the game studios needed, but without pure assurance, or a guarantee rather, for a final product, it could easily become a service that is overlooked or looked down upon. We all have unique ideas, and often we believe that we can offer some good ideas to these developers, supporting them and letting them in on some cool ideas, but it's hard to thoroughly develop without money. And I wish money wasn't so necessary, but technology costs a lot of money, and so does paying all the employees. So when it comes down to survival, some companies end up making a couple of mistakes that affect their game very negatively. With more and more problems when it comes to microtransactions and payment models, it scares a community more than anything, and is ultimately why this question gets brought up so very often. I don't think the genre is dying. Dying I feel like is a very harsh word. I think it's merely just fitting into where its spot is within the gaming sphere as a whole. Games are games, and as time evolves, games will too. But currently, it's a bit of a dry period for us who are the fans of MMORPGs, but I do believe it's just a matter of time until we see another spike in innovative and interesting titles to come out. Money will remain a very large aspect behind the features of games, and until we see another game company that has funding or fund of development with tons of millions of dollars, we may be stuck with another general lack of quality in MMORPGs for a very long time. With that being said, I would love to know what you guys think on this topic. Do you guys think that the MMORPG genre is declining? Will it die? Will it just be nothing within a few years? Or do you think that we'll see these cycles repeat itself every, 10, 15, maybe 20 years or so? Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, always helps to the support. Leave a like, leave some feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next one.